Masquera say in Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel. Apart no pay now didn't chitika matima na nyika yedu ya Zimbabwe. Tichingoti kana kari kitanga kukwea pana ino channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchingo agara, oka subscribe, don't forget to comment and share this video. Tena weta kuigira imzora nasi now, irikunzi ya buditswa. Nima CIO, akutara iya achiri the farm visit yakaitwa pre-cap farm wa inakunotify wa ma central committee leaders pamwechete ina zanu PF good big wigs hanzi vakanzwa nawo iyi nemakuwa zvakare through media so zvabuda pachena kuti CAP 3 vari kupusha, they are not part of it muri yeZimbabwe and hanzi havasi kufara nazvo. Nyaya yaburitswa neZimai vachitaura vachiti top CIO drops secret on pre-cap farm meeting agenda. And full text, and those who were present are not just participants, they are the originators. They are the ones who felt threatened. Mutsvangwa, other Politburo members, Central Committee leaders, only learned of these developments through whispers, rumors, and media. So today I speak not to the architects of CAP 3, but to its innocent and naive carriers, the ones who shout the loudest, defend the hardest, and yet know the least about where this project was actually conceived. I speak to those who were not part of the core that built the trusted political and security circle during ED one-on-one discussions with Ramaphosa on CAP 3. Let us be honest with one another. The recent meeting at pre-cap farm was not a routine gathering. It was a convergence of a tight inner circle. I mean the real custodians of CAP 3. Those who were present are not just participants, but they are the originators. They are the ones who felt threatened by the 2018 constitution. They are the ones who quietly crafted a path to neutralize it. They are the ones who manufactured the narrative of a 2030 agenda and dressed it up as the will of the people. However, you, Mutsvangwa, other Politburo members, Central Committee leaders, parliamentarians, war veterans leaders, and many of you only learned of these developments through whispers, rumors, and the media. Ask yourselves, how can you defend what you were never trusted to shape? CAP 3 is not yours. It was never yours. You have been mobilized, not empowered, deployed, not consulted, used, not trusted. The vehicles, the allowances, and the sudden privileges, all these are not tokens of respect. They are instruments of compliance. They are investments made to secure your voice, your loyalty, and your silence when it matters most. However, you should note that every investment is an expiry date. When your uselessness ends, so will the favor. This is not speculation, but it is precedent. Look no further than the fate of those who once stood by the now powerful in their most trying times. Look at the role that Vice President Constantino Chiwenga in the birth of this republic. Yet today, even he is not immune to marginalization and quiet betrayal. If that can happen at that level, what of you? So I say this not as an attack, but as a warning and an invitation. You stand at crossroads. On one side are those who see you as tools that are disposable, replaceable, and ultimately expandable. On the other side are the people of Zimbabwe, whose constitution you saw or out to uphold, whose future depends on leaders who chose principle over proximity to power. History will not remember who defended CAP 3 the loudest, but it will remember who stood up when it mattered most. It is not too late to open your eyes. It is not too late to step back from a project that was never yours and align yourselves with a cause that truly belongs to the people. The struggle before us is not about individuals. It is about the soul of our constitutional order, a struggle worth choosing, consciously, courageously, and collectively. The time to decide is now. Domabuditsiro akaitwa nawi muri Zimbabwe neZimai ichitaura chiti this was a letter by a CIO muri Zimbabwe achipa warning kuna Christopher Mutsvangwa nemamwe Central Committee members arikunzi they didn't know kuti the meeting naRamaphosa yakaarrangwa muri Zimbabwe and they are being used muri Zimbabwe. Tisazivi kuti munoona sei nawo tiudzewo zvamuri kufunga mu comment section.
The issue of someone having an agenda has been mentioned since that we all know that whenever you have stolen, whenever you have amassed actually ill-gotten wealth, you need someone to protect it. And this CAB3, it's all about protecting that ill-gotten wealth that someone has been amassing it over the past 46 years. So here is the issue. And as well, we need to go back and look closely and say to ourselves, in its lifetime as a political party, ZANU-PF never had a smooth, logical, and an orderly transition. Go back to 1975. They wrote, Mugabe wrote a Mnangagwa declaration, a piece of paper to hijack the party. That was when the real ZANU-PF was hijacked for the first time. In 2017, it was hijacked for the second time. So those two specific events, they tell you what animal are you dealing with. You are dealing with ZANU-PF, a party riddled with criminals who masquerade as revolutionaries. And those criminals have nothing to do with your welfare. They will never solve anything, even a problem that is tiny, like an ant. Forget about whatever they are trying to do. There is nothing. The only thing that they want is power. Why? Because power has got a return. Putting tenders to putting the ability to put a tender in a government office, and you, the same person who is a president, who is getting things for free, right? Who is getting things for free, food for free, everything for free, no tax, no whatsoever. You come back with tenders, milking the same state that you are leading, so that people becomes poor. And when they become poor, you manipulate and you use their vulnerabilities to generate consent. And this is where we are. They've managed to make you poor, so that by the end of the day, they generate consent, whether you like it or you don't like it. They come with bicycles, you ululate, you clap hands for that nonsense. And by the end of the day, it is legitimizing their power retention objective. And they are even cementing and correcting their illegitimacy. Don't forget that this government is illegitimate. 2018, it's a reminder